and welcome to another book review. Today I've decided to do a review finally on the book that you guys have been asking me so much about down in the comments section, and that is The Fixer, the latest book by Lynn Barnes. This is an action-packed novel, the first in a series that combines Scandal and Veronica Mars, taking place in a Washington, D.C. high school where if you thought that the parents had dramatics in their lives, just wait until you throw teenagers into the mix. Tess Kendrick was completely content with her life in Montana. Her parents died a few years ago and her grandpa's been sick, but she's been doing the best she can. But when grandpa's condition becomes more than she can handle, she suddenly finds herself living with her older sister, Ivy. Forget life on the ranch, because now Tess is going to a high-stakes high school in Washington, D.C. Even though she doesn't know anybody, she already has a reputation because of her sister. Ivy is a fixer. She's known all across Washington for getting involved in politics and making things go away, fixing problems that people don't want to deal with. As a result, people assume that Tess can do the same, and she actually does kind of have an unintentional knack for it. It starts with one gesture of just trying to be nice, and before you know it, Tess is involved in looking into the death of a Supreme Court justice. In addition to looking into the underbelly of Washington, D.C., Tess is also discovering secrets about her own life. Is it all more than she can handle? Can she actually trust anybody? Or does Washington now have two forces that need to be reckoned with? This book I picked up at ALA Midwinter because the premise immediately captured me. I'm not usually much of a mystery thriller kind of person, but this was an exception. This is a mystery that's not gory. There's death involved, but it's not graphic at all. You're not even there. But it's keeping me on my toes. It's a very quickly paced novel, and the characters are all completely interesting in that they stand on their own. They're fleshed out, they're well developed. Every time someone comes onto the page, they have a very distinct voice, and they play into this situation in a lot of great ways. There are some twists that I saw coming, some that completely blew me away, and this is a book where I find myself really wanting to talk about it, but at the same time, I almost don't want to, because I went into this pretty blind, and because of that, I got to know so many things, and I got to be so surprised by this book. While the main character is a girl, and it focuses a lot on the relationship with her and her sister, this isn't by any means a girly book. I could see girls and guys equally enjoying this. I know some people get turned off by the amount of romance that seems to saturate young adult lately. This book had pretty much none. Not to say there weren't moments of tension, possibly, maybe, but again, who can be trusted? So you really don't know what's going to happen or where those relationships are going to go in subsequent books. Speaking of which, can we have book 2 now? Please? I'm already regretting that I let this arc sit on my shelf for as long as I did, but there were other books that came out first that I wanted to read before. This book only came out last month, and I am dying for book 2. If you like suspense, if you like mystery, if you like books that surprise you, and characters that aren't afraid to be anything but themselves, you have to pick up The Fixer. I really think this is something that a lot of people are going to enjoy, and I can't wait to see more of this series, and I would love to see more books like this. Immediately, the Gallagher Girls and High Society and All Fall Down, the Allie Carter series, that's what this reminds me of, and I'm pretty sure that makes sense because I'm pretty sure Allie Carter and Lynn Barnes are friends in real life. If you guys have any suggestions for me, more books like this, more books like those, I would be happy to read them. All of my usual links are down below. Comments are always welcome, and that's it for me for now. Take care. Bye! I just finished reading Dream a Little Dream by Giovanna Fletcher, and if you liked what you've seen here today, please like and please subscribe for more.